What is up? It is me. It is I. I am the greatest there is, the greatest there was, and the greatest there ever will be. I am greatness personified myself. Yes, yes, Stoney, greatness. Oh, yeah. No, no.
No, yes.
Y'all late.
No, yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
They got caught up. They got so caught up. They was just mesmerized. They were mesmerized. That's what
All right.
They was mesmerized.
And I am here, the man of the hour, the myth, the legend, the activist, the author, the philanthropist, Hall of Famer, the entertainer, the educator, the I said that already. I did. I said it already. The man that is that. So show some respect and bend the knee, because they come from all across the world to see the man who wears the crown that hangs 2 inches from the ground. Dog just tripped over it. So some respect, bend the knee, because he is your king. He is my king. He is King Kevyn. Somebody's happy.
Just somebody.
Somebody is
happy.
One
of my fans is out there tonight.
Somebody is happy to see. Yeah.
One of my fans out there.
Well, it is one fan with a very big finger.
What's up, everybody? Thank y'all again for joining us for another great episode of the GreatMines Show. As always, we're excited. We're happy to be here. Before we get into the show, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. I know we're asking for a lot, but also share this video so that more people who are true drag race connoisseurs and fans can join in with us.
Yes.
As we review RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17, Episode 13.
Yes, and we can host the pit stop because we would definitely make it fun.
Oh, you say it like it's not fun already.
It's all right.
Wow. Okay, Lucy.
I like Monet.
Okay, Lucy.
Wrong. I like Monet.
Somebody's delusional.
Whatever.
That's a very fun show.
You can't say
especially
that.
Especially with Monet.
But you can't say that we wouldn't make it funner. You know what I mean? Like even us being able to banter with the drag queens and stuff like that. Like, yeah.
That. I would love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially with like the things that they reveal on Pit Stop when you get these returning queens to throw shade critique the episodes with the new queens out. Like right. I would love to be a part of that conversation.
Yeah.
As much as I love being a part of this conversation.
Yeah.
Because let's get into this great episode.
I would like a RuPaul check though. Yeah.
That's the incentive right there, right?
Yeah.
Give me that check.
Absolutely. Oh goodness. But yes, we are here at episode 13 where we had it was a mini challenge first. And pick it up after the queens had saw lingerie sashay away. It was sad. Everybody was sad. Sam was sad.
Sam was crying, wasn't she?
Yeah. And so, hey, I get it. Once you're getting down to this little bit of queens, these queens have been together for a really long time.
Yeah.
Production time, 3 weeks, but that's still a long time to be around, some people and be totally sequestered.
I was just about to say, when you think about how sequestered they are, and like when we talk about this episode, it would, this kind of gives a little context to the reactions of the queens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, they're kind of like isolated from everything. So these are the closest people to them. So of course, when you're,
it might even be a month, because I think that you get out there like a week early to kind of, be out there and get used to the whole, sequester and everything. So Like,
No,
yeah.
ma'am. I'm good. I do my own isolating. I don't need nobody to lock me in.
Wow. But the things that, hey, $200,000
That's
opportunity.
incentive.
Yeah. Yeah.
RuPaul brings incentives. You may not understand the method, but
No, we
there is
don't. But
definitely an
yeah.
incentive if
Yeah.
you make it through.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, mom.
Hey, mom.
But so this episode, now that we are down to 5 queens,
Mm-hmm.
this episode was our makeover challenge. But
Mm-hmm.
before we got to our maxi challenge, RuPaul enters the workroom, and we're doing our mini challenge.
Yes.
And this is when the girls spill the tea.
Spill the tea.
I too would, like Monet Exchange on Pit Stop said, I too would love to be in that lineup with some girls or some performers. Let's say performers, and just stir the pot and just randomly put people up there. It's a game. It's a competition. Let me get in your head. Oh my gosh, I want to do that so bad. Needless to say, Anya won. Do you expect that she's just gonna like breeze through the rest of this now?
Steamroll the season.
Yeah.
It theoretically could happen, but it's still a lot of race left, and things could happen that could, really, put a hole in her tire and kind of,
I don't know. I think that the episode that I would expect Anya to struggle on the most would be like a design challenge or makeover challenge. Like if this episode is the makeover challenge and it's like what 3 episodes left, I don't know. She might just take it from here.
I mean, I I think that yes, looking back, writing was on the wall, but with Jinx, going up against Relaska Tox, and everything, it wasn't necessarily like, oh, like Jinx was going to win,
Right.
and everything. Even though Jinx had outperformed Relaska Tox, like it still wasn't a foregone conclusion because Relaska Tox was so strong. So I don't. I'm not saying that we have a Relaska Talk situation here,
No.
but it's an example of you can't. Yes, the you could still you could be strong in a race, but still get to the finish line, and then it still be in doubt. But I do think that Anya is definitely in a very, very good, strong position going into these final laps of the race. Like it's not, unquestionable or
And she
anything
also
like
says
that.
like
But
she's not trying to get in her head about these challenge wins,
mhm.
because you don't necessarily, and we know that
It
it's
is
true.
true.
You don't necessarily
is
have to
true.
have
There are only 3
challenge
winners with
challenge
4
winners.
wins or more. There are only 3 winners, and there are a total of I think about 8 or 9 queens in total that have won 4 or more maxi challenges throughout a season. So it is very doable to put together a strong, no brainer type of show resume and
Yeah.
then still miss the crown at the end of the day.
Because Saphira could have won.
Mhm.
Anitra could have won.
Plain Jane could have won.
Well, I'm just going down the line of like
Yeah.
those runner-ups. Like
That
Anitra
had
could have
4
won.
or more wins. Yeah.
So it's like you don't want to get too high-minded or too cocky about it. You definitely want to, on some level, stay humble. But here's the thing about Anya for me: she has this air of confidence that doesn't seem to shake easy.
Mm-mm.
And I think that's what's carrying her through, because she can, and she's real about when, okay, that was a weak performance from me. I can accept that. She's always real, win, lose, or draw. She's consistent with that. And I think that that's what's carrying Anya through, because she knows what her strengths are. And she'll let you know, look, I'm not this strong. She's not trying to pull an Nymphia or Susie. Oh, I'm not good at that. I'm not going to do, and then slay the challenge. She's being real. And she's been consistently honest about wins and losses.
Yes, she has, and yeah. So hopefully that confidence can carry her in this episode.
Let's hope. So RuPaul reveals after the mini challenge that not only are they going to start their drag family, but she introduces each of the queens' biological parent. So Sam's mom comes in, Lexi's mom comes in, Jules' dad comes in, Susie's mom comes in, and Anya's dad comes in. And I'm gonna say my piece first, and then I'm gonna give you the floor because yeah, this was one of those emotional episodes because you saw the spectrum of what a child who is queer would experience from a parent. It was all love on the show, but you could definitely see. Wow, speaking of children and parents, hold on, there he is. There he is. Hey, Sadan, that's my child. Lord help my child. Does he need help? But don't we all? Anyway, but no, like you could see with like Susie and Lexi, they didn't have the best relationship, specifically Lexi, because she was put out. Mm, they just had a not good relationship. Susie also kind of like felt like there was no real connection between her mom and her or him. Um, and it kind of hurt a little bit to see everybody else who was being accepted and embraced by their family, and then like even though Lexi's mom wasn't like as supportive in the beginning, you could see that she does love Lexi and that she was trying to her best to understand and support in that space. So um poor Susie, her mom just didn't seem like she wanted to be there. It didn't. At first, at least, not until after she was in drag.
Yes.
Because after she was in drag, she did come to life.
Right. And it was definitely one of those things where, oh, I have to see it in order to believe it, type of things. Because I think that, and especially off of the out of the gate and her mom sitting there seeing all these people trying on, real big and luxurious looking wigs and stuff like that. And then Susie's talking about this arts and crafts stuff. So
she pulled but I was like, she pulled the Nina Bonina, but it actually looked right in the finished product.
Yes, and I think that's what Susie's mom had to. She's one of those show me better than you can tell me type of people, and Susie had to show her that hey, this is the level of talent that I can do. I can take this arts and crafty stuff and make it fashion forward, according to Lil Roach and everything. But
we'll get to him later.
Yeah, the Roach. But yeah, so I would say this about the relationships and everything is that it was very I thought that they did a good job of really demonstrating the spectrum that queer youth the spectrum of love that the queer youth experience on a regular basis. um you have some that was tumultuous but grew to be good. You had some who are just uneasy.
Right.
It's not bad for either party.
Right.
It's just that is the nature of the relationship. And that's the thing. It really showed how love can thrive in different love isn't like there is no doubt that Susie's mom absolutely loves Susie
Right.
too, and
Right.
would would smack a bullet out of the air if she could,
Right.
in order to protect Susie at any point in time.
Fun fact, sorry, fun fact, Susie Toot, the drag persona, or at least the name, is an homage to her mother, whose name is Susan and her maiden name was Toot. Go figure.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, but what I was saying is like you could tell that there was love there. It's just that it's a different kind of relationship,
Right.
and it's shown differently and in different ways and stuff to where even though I don't think Susie's mom loves Susie any less than Sam's mom does. Sam's mom is, I'm gonna be at the bar cheerleading, and
Sam's
and
mom is
there for you and everything.
Sam's mom is the mom of the drag queens at their local bar, because she's just that loving and caring and supportive of what Sam does, and all the other queens are like, that's mom.
Yeah, Jules' dad. I mean, pointing Jules to drag bars and stuff like that in order to get Jules out and about, and out of her shell and meeting people and getting friends and stuff like that. Like
That
and
was a
then
special moment.
going to Jules shows and stuff like that. Like, yeah, no, those are all great examples, but they're not the norm. And I think that they did a great job of showing, that yeah, not all relationships are like that, but not all relationships have to be like that.
Right.
And you
Because
shouldn't
everybody
feel,
required different things anyway. And I think people look at, oh, I want that, or they seem to have something nice, and it may look nice, but it might not be what you need.
Right. And I do think that Susie pointed that out, but I think that she missed the opportunity there, because she did convey that, hey, I know my mom loves me and I love her and everything like that, but it's not like, to me. But she should have said, and that's okay because it works for them. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So that way you can then, explain to folks, and folks can feel comfortable knowing that, hey, even though I don't have that Sam Star or that Joel Sparkles relationship with my mom or my dad, like about my queerness or anything else like that, it's okay that we can have a, not so, pride flag waving type of relationship. And it's okay. They love me. I know that. And they know that I love them, and I know that I love them. So that's all that matters. Like, at the end of the day. Yeah.
So, I kind of want to I'm trying to think, where do we really go? RuPaul comes into the workroom and she talks to the queens individually, and that's where we learn a lot more about the parents and their relationship with the drag queens. The ones that stand out to me is definitely, I'm sorry because I know that's him. Do you mind getting that while I say this?
Yeah, no, go ahead. Yeah.
Sam Starr's mom stood out to me because you guys know what my stance was on Sam Starr in the beginning of the show. I did not like. I was in protest of my own prejudices or whatever. But the person that Sam has proven herself to be, and I fell in love with that. Let's start with that. But then when I see her mom, it's like, I get it. Sam is for the people. And if you didn't know that, let me tell you, Sam is for the people. Another family that stood out to me. I mean, they all stand out. There's only 5 girls, but like, I think for me, honorable mention would be Lexi Love and her mom, because of Lexi's story and the things that Lexi went through by herself as a result of their relationship, and things that she may have gone through with their relationship, but to see the reconciliation within their connection
and the genuine growth, and
right.
The fact that Lexi was so, touched by her mom calling her, using the correct pronouns for, what Lexi is presenting, because Lexi presents female and everything is a trans woman, so she prefers, she her pronouns, and her mom, had a hard time, doing that.
So on the show,
I
she
get.
used pronouns 3 times. The first time she used feminine pronoun. The second time she slipped up and used male pronouns, but corrected
herself.
Yeah. And then the third time on the runway, she used feminine pronouns again to honor, respect, and connect with her daughter.
Right.
And I think that was one of the most beautiful moments on the show. So that's why I had to give them an honorable mention, because it also tells a story of, like, sometimes you don't get it right the first time, or the second time, or the third time. Sometimes you don't even realize that you're the problem that needs to get it right. But in Lexi's mom's situation, she took the time. Hey, Grandma. Lexi's mom took the time to look at herself, look at her relationship with her daughter, and say, you know what? I can fix this.
Right.
And that's what she was making the efforts. And it was by no means lost on Lexi.
No,
the efforts that her mom made, which was beautiful. And I could talk about Susie too. I could talk about Jules, which they had great stories. But Anya and her father, I feel like, even though, and this is a spoiler, even though they didn't win this competition, was the highlight of this episode.
It was a highlight mainly because of the proximity to our community. And I do think that is something that needs to be shown, because a lot of Black fathers who are embracing their queer children, whether they be, you know, born, female at birth, or whether they be born male at birth, and they choose to either transition or stay in their, born gender. But, it is, it is, it is something that needs to be shown a lot more,
Mm-hmm.
so that way fathers can see, oh, it doesn't make you any less of a father. It doesn't
Right.
make you any less of a man to
Right.
accept your queer child, and it doesn't make your queer child any less of a person, or the type of person that they choose to be, whether that is feminine presenting, or female, or male presenting, and or male. Like, you just got to let the person be happy
Exactly.
and be there for them, and that was what I got from, from their relationship. Like, do I think that if I was doing drag and I was on Drag Race, do I think that my dad, God rest his soul, if he was here, would have gone in? No, no, he would not have. He would have been, a great fan.
But you know
But
how I
yeah,
feel
no.
about that though. Like we said about with Susie's mom,
Mm-hmm.
everybody
And that's
don't
okay.
require,
I'm okay with that.
right?
Yeah,
Everybody don't require.
I would have been
that.
okay with that. Yeah, exactly.
But I just know that, like, I don't know that Anya would have required it. It's just the way it made her feel to see that my dad, like, her dad's the biggest fan. He knows that she does drag. That's not a thing. But on this stage where I've been having the hardest time, this is a hard competition. Whether you win or lose, you hear other queens say how difficult it is because you're performing for TV. You're like, it's high stress. So to see a familiar face who happens to be your biggest fan, who just happens to be your dad, that was one of the most beautiful moments. And he was just down. He didn't give us that macho black man stereotype. He was very much secure in his own skin, very supportive. You can see where she gets her humor from. He was funny. He was handsome. He was creative. He was down. And we all love him for it. Thank you for being a great example of a strong black man.
Yes. We need more examples like that. More examples like that, and it's great. Yes.
So, Jules' dad and Anya's dad, as they were figuring out their drag looks and stuff, got their hands on some breastplate. There's two ways to look at this for me. One way is like, are they just like obsessed with the breast, or are they embracing it in a sense of, this is mine, look at me? And that's what it was. The second one.
It's both. It's both, because, oh my gosh, these are some titties. Like, these are titties. Like, just like with a adult toy of any kind. It's like, oh my gosh, this is a, what? Even though it's not.
Right.
It's like, right. And then they're on me, and I'm not supposed to have these.
But I do.
It's a novelty. I'm just having fun.
But I also feel like when you watch
with the gays, what are they?
Right, straight men. And it was so fun to see their effort on the runway.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like between the breastplate and the hair and the makeup, it really made, because like Jules' dad didn't have much to go off of with the outfit, but the makeup and that breastplate, he feminized the way he needed to and did a great job. It wasn't perfect, but he did a great job. And the same with Anya's dad. It wasn't perfect, but he also did a great job.
Right.
It would appear that Jules' father is older.
Right.
So, he ain't moving but certain ways anyway.
So let's dive into the runways.
Let's do that.
All right. So let's dive into the two that you just singled out, which was Jules and Anya's. Spoiler alert, these two were the bottom two of the week.
So I came up with my own conspiracy as to why they were at the bottom of the week. Because if we look at their outfits,
King Kevyn's drag conspiracy corner,
I can understand Jules being in the bottom because there was nothing to the outfit. It was a furry jacket that was a little bit long.
Jules sparkles, and then her drag, like, mother person What was it? Chocha,
Something about sausages.
yeah, something sausage.
Sausage in Spanish. Whatever. If you speak Spanish, put it down in the comments.
Yeah.
What is how do you say sausage in Spanish? I could ask Google, but I'm talking to y'all right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like there was nothing to gasp about with their look or performance.
It was very much Yeti, walking down with makeup on. Like,
I mean, it looked like he was having fun.
Yeah.
But like the construction part of it just wasn't up to par.
Yeah, it was like furry coat mixed with like Joella glory hole Pop Tart. Like it
wasn't that bad. Come on. You're mean.
I hated that. I hated Jules' look, and it's crazy because I love Jules, but I just hated this.
Fair is fair.
I hated this.
Fair is fair.
It looked lazy. It looked, just not
all the right words.
All any type of effort for Drag Race. I get it that you put all the effort in the makeup and everything else like that, but makeup is only 33.35% of drag. Okay. Like,
unless you're making a complete statement, and that wasn't it. So Anya and her father, and I want to remember his name so bad because it was so catchy and funny.
None your business.
None your business. Anya Ners and none your business.
Now he wanted to be
Roberta Banks.
Roberta Bank or something. Yeah, Roberta Bank.
But Robin Monet Exchange said Robin Banks would have been better.
Yeah.
What's up, Tony? Hold on, get you on the screen. What's going on? Yeah, I wish his name was Robin Banks because that would have been funnier and more fitting because he was in jail for a good portion of Anya's life.
Robin Dembanks.
Robin Dembanks.
Yeah. Of the
damn, that's it. Robin Dembanks.
Ohio Dembanks.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right, so they were saying, was it Jules' father or Anya's father on Pissed Off? They say they watch in a couple of seasons, you're gonna see him coming back in drag and competing on the show. Thought that was hilarious.
I thought they were talking about. I think they were talking about Anya's dad.
Yeah, Anya's dad.
Yeah, and they were talking about how Law Roach was like basically like soliciting him, like, oh my god.
Well, I mean, but he was.
Yeah, it was just.
So during the judges' critique, Law Roach was on, and I don't know who the other girl was.
I don't know who the other girl was.
But Law Roach is now a returning judge.
Mm-hmm.
But he would not stop flirting with Anya's dad, and I don't blame him.
If you ever wanted to try something different, I'm here.
Don't do that. Stop. Don't do that.
I'm Law Roach.
That's embarrassing. Don't do that. No, he's not.
I know. I'm Law Roach. Everything I do is embarrassing.
That is horrible.
It's my style, honey. Do what needed to be done.
Wait a second. Since we're talking about Law Roach, because we didn't talk about the other queens.
Yes, talk about me, Daddy.
I want to start with Susie. Please stop before you get a brown guy. You want a brown guy and a red guy, don't you? Please stop.
How you look now?
No, he liked Susie Toots' look. Now Susie had what looked like
fashion forward look of the night.
I think it was like a Mickey Mouse ears, but they weren't. They were like closer together, so that's actually the right shape on the head, like that, and the headpiece. They did like the monotone like black and white. Yeah, it was the monotone black and white face makeup, and they had like these. I want to call them jumpsuits of some sort that were like black and white stripes. Basically taking you to like a silent movie era. That's what it was giving me. Like silent movie clowns almost.
Like Betty Boop cartoonish type of,
Yeah. I don't know if you paid attention to the little hair swoop that they both had, one in each direction.
Yeah, it was great. I thought it was.
I actually liked it.
I thought it was solid.
I liked it.
You know, to me, upon the rewatch, yes, it got better. with the rewatch. When I initially watched it, I did not have Susie in my top 3 looks for the night. And I actually had Anya as the number 3 best look of the night to me. But Susie did very, very well. Like I said, my opinion of Jules is the same. It's trash. It's the worst look of the night. And then I would have had Susie, but I thought that Susie's mom really came alive when she saw the look and everything, and it all made sense, and it looked really, really nice. She was definitely. She was definitely like she really got into it, and she was cute to watch on the runway. Like they were cute.
I want to go and talk about Sam though.
Mm-hmm.
Now
let's talk about Sam. Star.
Maybe I need to watch it again, just so I could like back up the statement I'm about to say. Because I think it was clear that she was like the front runner of this episode. Spoiler alert: she won.
She wins. Clearly.
Now, here's the thing, though. I get the story of what like this family resemblance, where you guys come from. You know how they say less is more, but in drag, more is more. But in this case, for me, less would have been more. I think that the outfits were a bit busy. There was a lot going on. And it wasn't necessary. Is my point. Like there was a lot going on that just wasn't necessary. I think if you would have took some of the embellishment away, it wouldn't have taken away from the dress or from the looks. My opinion.
I loved it. I thought that it was cute. I liked how the mom was slutting it up in there and stuff like that. And yeah, no, it was great. It was all around, like, to me, like the best look of the night. It was the best look of the night. Like, can't do anything more than say that.
And with that
Sam
being
was
said,
the piggy of the week.
That being said, I stand by your statement. I just think like it was for me on the eye. It was a lot going on. But let's talk about Lexi.
Yeah, let's talk about Lexi.
So Lexi Love and Mimi Lovely. I love the name.
Strong showing of them. I thought. Plastic Tiara on the pit stop brought up like how she feels as though it was a mistake to do the white corset and the red, because it kind of looks, the contrast.
You're putting the focus in the wrong spaces by wearing it that way.
Yeah. And I understand. I think that it would be like you would have that either way. Because even if it was dark,
right? Because if it was dark and everything else was like, you still bring focus still right there.
Able to, But I very much like this look. I didn't. The judges didn't so much like this look, but I did like this look. I thought it worked. I thought that there was a clear drag family resemblance. Plus, Mom is old, and she was out there showing ass. Like showing ass.
So I got 2 critiques that bothered me.
I was concerned too in the episode. Like this lady, you gonna put this lady in that little strappy thingy and have her show ass, Lexi? Ew.
Before the critique, I'm gonna give a compliment. I think that was good. That's the compliment. To take that risk to put your mother in straps and have her walk on a runway on national television, worldwide, actually, so boldly, and it paid off, in my opinion. Now, my 2 critiques. When it comes down to family resemblance, I don't know how you can have a mother and their child and say, "Oh, there's no family resemblance," because most of the makeup did mirror each other. A lot of the outfits did complement each other,
right?
The other. So it's hard to say, "Oh, I don't see the family." Like anytime they said that, I wanted to call BS because that's what that was to me.
Right? Yeah, it was definitely
the only
we need to play somebody low, and,
right? Right. The only thing I could say with Lexi and her mom, or Lexi and Mimi, were the headpieces were not connected at all. Had nothing to do with the other. They just happened to be around the same color. 2 different themes, same color. And the other critique is now you got your mom in the damn train. They were in trains after she said, "Okay, just one more," and now here we go.
A week off.
She took a week off, and we're back at it.
Yeah, and we're back at it. Look, I get it. I get it.
Nah.
She's doing the Nymphia winning
Here,
approach.
no, because Nymphia was good.
Ah,
You got the references. When it was supposed to be stupid, it was stupid. When it was supposed to be glamorous, it was glamorous. I
but
just
it
see
was
you
all
on a
yellow.
train. Even when it was all that's even more to the point. She always wore yellow with bananas, always. And you knew she would come out with bananas. And again, when it was supposed to be funny, it was funny. When it was supposed to be like, oh my gosh, is that what? It was. When I see Lexi, it may be a good look, but it's like, okay, a train, okay, another train. It's not telling me anything about you. It's not. Is that your brand? Is that like? Then if that is your brand, then maybe these trains should probably say or do more. Just saying. And maybe one day it will. Maybe Lexi, this is what you need to do. Just flip this around and make this a thing, not unintentionally tie it together.
Yeah,
into your brand. Yeah, exactly. Like I don't necessarily like Megami's drag, but she has a message, and you know what type of queen she is.
Yeah, a message queen.
Yep.
You know you're gonna get a message,
and it's going to move you. You're gonna put your fist in the air. Y'all gonna sway with your lighters or your flashlight on your phone. That's who Megami is. Lexi, I know more about your breaking down than about your drag, and we're almost at the end of the season.
Yeah. So
is that harsh?
No.
It's just like I don't know.
So
Although you guys look great on the runway. Don't let my critique take away from how beautiful you looked on the runway.
I think we talked about everybody.
Yeah. It's interesting that like I'm looking at how long we're going and how long it usually takes us to get to this point in our episode talking about them. And it's like, no, we legitimately covered this episode.
Yeah.
It's
great. It's gonna be a nice regular length episode for you guys.
Right. But in the end, Sam Star wins, and Anya and Jules Sparkles end up in the bottom together. They lip sync to A. Marie's One Thing.
Yes.
That's my that's my number 2 drag song. So if I ever did drag, I'm doing Freakum Dress by Beyonce and One Thing by A. Marie. I have other songs. Kelly Rowland's on that list, but my number 1 song is Freakum Dress, and my number 2 song is One Thing.
Nutbush, Tina Turner.
You? I could see that. I could see that.
Tear it down.
Roscoe was saying that One Thing. Roscoe was saying that One Thing should have been a song for an all-star season. It is one of those songs. I get it. But I think, like, no, don't jip us out of a great A. Marie song. Give it to me whenever you can. And this was a great moment to give it to us. To have Anya and Jules both lip syncing. Now, we haven't seen Anya lip sync, but we know the expectation for her performance was already up here. We've seen Jules lip sync, and she's pretty good. At the beginning, before you watch it, just your thoughts about these two. Who did you think was going to win? Not even about statistics, just performance.
No, I thought Anya was going to win.
Okay.
I did. It had nothing to do with performance or track record or anything else like that. I just thought that Anya would
have been a stronger performer.
Have been a stronger, lip sync performer, because in everything that has gone through thus far, Anya has proven to have been a stronger, lip syncer and everything else like that than Jules. Like, I get it that Jules, made it to the finals of the talent show, but that was all, rated queen and everything else like that too. Right. But she didn't win the lip sync against Susie Toot at the end of the day. So, she does, like, as many wins as she has with sending home Arietti, and also, who else did she send home? She sent home somebody else, didn't she? Because I want to say she lip synced twice.
You just said it was Susie Toot. That was at the talent show.
Right. Okay. So, the only other one was against Arietti. So, hey, I just thought that it was Jules' time, to be honest with you. And then...
Well, let's talk about her performance, though, in this lip sync. because she did in the lip sync what she should have done on the runway, and she wouldn't have been in the bottom.
Mm.
She did a reveal, and it was actually kind of cute to go from the Yeti to like this girl who looked like she about to go snow skiing or something like that.
In a tutu, in a bikini.
Yeah, like that for me would have been enough to at least make sure you were safe. If you would have did that, especially if you would have had your dad do that, that would have shocked the judges panel.
Yeah,
and you would have stood out in a good way.
Yeah, we're talking about a different bottom two now. But who knows in an alternate universe. So they do a lip sync. It was good. It was a good lip sync. It was a very, very, very good lip sync. Do I feel as though it was worth a double save? Spoiler alert, because they both got saved. No, I don't.
All right.
Who do I think won the lip sync though?
It was tough. It's tough for me because I did enjoy both of the lip syncs.
Right, but looking back on it, I think that Anya won. I would have given it to Anya.
All right. So if I'm being honest, I didn't allow myself to watch it on that level to just enjoy the show. I was watching to critique. And like I said, I do have to go back and watch it again. Girl, I want to give it to Anya because after Jules did her reveal, Anya took that wig that Jules has just taken off and punted over the judges panel, which you stand out because you're already killing your lip sync, but now you're doing more, and it was a good lip sync, like you said, good. I don't think it was the best lip sync we've had on this season alone. No. But it was cool. I just
last week's was to me better than this one.
Definitely was. It definitely was. So I agree with you though. It was not double Shantae worthy. I kind of like the Hunger Jewels. I agree. You can tell she was fighting for it.
She was fighting for it, and she was going. She was going for it. But Anya connected with the song. It was just slightly better. Like
Jules did this thing that makes me scrunch my face up. She was dancing, and it looked she wanted to do a duck walk, but she also wanted to a twerk, but she wanted to hop while in duck walk position, and she just like. That move to me is so weird. It's like, why are you hopping like that? It doesn't necessarily look appealing. It looks like you were in the middle of a duck walk or a twerk and you just got lost.
Loose a turd.
Pretty much. It wouldn't come out like, get it out.
I know.
Get it out now. That's what it looks like to me.
He was camping in the woods.
So yeah, if I was on that judging panel, or if I were RuPaul, because at the end of the day, that's what really matters. If I was RuPaul and I looked at that and there was no extra production that had to be concerned about, then that would have been something that I would have looked at and would have been like, all right, I'm deducting points because it just looks sloppy to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Well, nonetheless, let's hear.
Yeah.
Let's put it up. Nonetheless, Anya doesn't dance, and she gave what she gives to the max. That's why I was on the fence. You got to give it to her. Like, she was performing. She was you can tell that she was pulling it from her soul, or she just has soul oozing out of her.
Girl,
Priyanka.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Here, they see you.
And then you're not even concerned. You're not even concerned. They're over there. Over there. Over there. Yeah, there you go.
See? Gosh. Now they see you. Now get out of here.
Oh.
We're missing comments. Wait. Crystal, you typing too fast. I want to see Bianca though. Bianca, do what? Or Priyanka. Is that what you were saying? Thinking we said Bianca?
Yeah, it's Priyanka. Wrong winner.
Right.
Different country, too.
I'm a winner. I'm a winner, baby.
Shut up, girl.
Anyway,
Oh my goodness.
so RuPaul chooses to keep both Anya and Jules. Hey, Priyanka. Everyone celebrates in the background. The parents are in the background. Oh, the parents got what 1,500 or something like that. They had a tip.
Well, no, the Sam's mom got 2,500, and everybody else got a sickening bag, cosmetic bag, to continue their drag journey from Anastasia Beverly Hills.
Now I'm wondering. I guess the fathers will give it to their spouses.
Yeah.
Unless they want to continue their drag career, which again, none of your business, just might pop back up.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Like Lazy
I don't
Susan
care that you're
does.
straight. I don't care that you're straight. Give us more drag star.
Yeah. Lazy Susan pops up, but Lazy Susan's like, the queer community, but still, yeah.
I would want to be cuddled between y'all too. I'm just saying. Back to the show. Oh, stop, Crystal, stop. What show did I just see you on not too long ago? I forget. I was watching something on one of the streaming platforms, and I saw Crystal face pop up. And I'm like, that girl is everywhere. Anyway, speaking of children, so next episode, what are they doing next episode? I know I just watched it.
It is RuPaul's Drag Race Live show. So they're doing like a biggest type of show number, or like RuPaul's Drag Race Live type of show number, inspiration type of maxi challenge type of thing.
You know what it makes me think of? What was it? All Star 6?
Mm-hmm.
Was that the one that Stoney Cloth on one?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, they did. They all had this thing where they all imitated a superstar, but that wasn't their musical. That was
that was like a video challenge or something.
Yeah,
like that.
But like I would imagine that the RuPaul Live would be along the lines of something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see anybody particularly doing bad in the next episode. I think that everybody is pretty much good. Now the question is, are our ratings the same as they were last week?
Yes. Anya, even though she has the bottom, Anya has...
That's the technicality at this point.
Right. Anya has not done anything to warrant not being in first place.
Right.
And yeah. I do have... I think I had Sam... I think I had Sam second last week too, despite her being at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, and I do feel like Sam is definitely sitting in second place right now. I do think that that Lexi has flipped a bit with Susie. I would even go as far as to say that I would honestly, even though Susie did well this week, and okay last week, and I thought that she run the runway last week, but I would have to say that, to me, even though Jules was in the bottom as well, I would have to put Jules above Susie as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so Susie is sitting in my fifth slot, and
it's only 5 girls.
Yeah, Susie's sitting in my fifth slot, and then I got Jules, Lexi, Sam, and Anya. Yeah.
I would go Anya, Sam, or Susie. They both still interchangeable.
Mm-hmm.
But then then Lexi. Mm-hmm. No, then Jules, then Lexi. Lexi is in my 5th place.
Okay, I can see an argument there too.
Yeah. I feel like her second win was off the strength of Anya.
Mm-hmm.
Jules has had a more consistent and stronger race.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I can't justify putting Jules last when Lexi's still there. Sorry, love you, Lexi. Just keep.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Well, let us know what your rankings are down in the comments. Let us know if you think that we're crazy. Let us know who you like.
I mean, crazy don't necessarily mean
Crystal is
wrong.
Team Anya.
You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy don't necessarily mean wrong.
No, because we're always right. So yeah, that's why you guys come here. That's why you guys come to see us. Yeah.
I like our crazy.
Mm-hmm. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Again, comment down with your rankings and everything. And yeah, as always, stay tuned in. Keep up the fight. Black Lives Matter. Black Queer Lives Matter.
Even more. Not even more. But y'all know what I mean. Like, as well, let's highlight that as much as we highlight Black Lives Matter, let's highlight protecting our trans brothers and sisters.
Yes.
And our queer community.
Yes. Because we all deserve love and to exist. So yeah, keep up the fight against, MAGA and all that stuff.
Ignorance.
Yeah. Hold fake, people, hold fake Democrats like Mayor Trunchbull accountable. I said it. So thank y'all for coming. God bless you and good night.
Night. Hold on, I gotta do that first.